If you're just getting started with the Canon A650 IS, let me show you a few pointers that may help you out. I like to use the program mode. You'll notice up here at the top is your mode dial, and normally people use the automatic mode, but I like to use program. This is very, very similar to auto, but it gives me control over things like ISO and white balance, which definitely helps improve image quality. Here is your zoom lever. Just pull it in this direction to zoom in and push it in this direction to zoom out. Let's look at the bottom. Here you have your tripod mount, and here is the battery and memory card door. Go ahead and press this door locking mechanism down quite firmly. Move it all the way over and then just push the door open. You'll notice engraved next to every battery is a little symbol of how the battery should be placed in its battery slot. This is plus, here's minus, here's plus, and here is minus. Here is your memory card. Just go ahead and press this in order to eject it. And the memory card is placed in with the sticker facing the back of the camera. Just go ahead and press that in all the way until you hear a click, and that's it. Close the door, press it quite firmly, flush against the camera body, and then just push it back in. Here is your display screen, and this can swing open. This is very, very handy. You can swing it in this direction. You can close it shut in order to protect. You can flip it in this direction. If the camera is very low down to the ground, you can look down instead of getting physically low yourself. And if there's a crowd of people and you want to shoot over them, just hold it over your head, swivel the LCD screen in this direction, look up, and you can still see what you're taking a picture of. So this is really handy. Usually I have it in this position. I'll swing it open. Let's go ahead and turn the camera on. Your controls in the back, you have two menus. One is the function menu, and the other is the main menu. Let's just press the function button here in the center to access the function menu. Here is a list of the most frequently used functions. White balance, your timer mode is located here in the drive function, and your resolution. So this is very, very handy to quickly access all these different functions. Just press the function menu. I'm not very happy with my image quality, so I'm just going to go ahead and go down. Here are your navigation buttons, and this is down, up, right, and left. So anytime you need to move this little red highlighted square to indicate another function, just press the down or up button, and to change the highlighted function setting, just press left or right. So currently, by default, this is set to fine, and I'm not very happy with that because it's really not the best image quality the camera can produce. I can see here that right now I can take 485 pictures on this memory card in this setting, but I'd rather have high quality, so I'm just going to press the left button to get to superfine. That number dropped significantly to 289. If I need that to be a little higher, because I have 12 megapixels, I'm going to go down to the image resolution. 12 megapixels is a lot of resolution. Most of the time I really don't need that unless I really plan on printing very, very large. So I'm just going to go ahead and choose the 8 megapixel option. Just press the right navigation button once to go to M1. This is 8 megapixels, and that's still very, very high quality, so this is great. Press the function button to escape, and now I'm going to go ahead and set up my main menu. Just press the main menu button down here. I'm going to change some of the default settings because I'm not very happy with the way the camera is set up by default. Just press down. Autofocus frame center is great. My frame size is currently set to normal, but I'm going to go ahead and choose small. Digital zoom is set to standard. This is really not good. You don't want to accidentally use the digital zoom, so turn this off. Press the right navigation button to turn that off. Also, red eye. I can do a much better job removing red eye with a program on my computer like iPhoto or any kind of image organizing application. So just press the right navigation button there, turn that off. Finally, at the very bottom, I like to set this, so I'll just go ahead and press the set button. I'm going to choose white balance. I'll show you what that means in a second. You can choose any of the other options, but white balance to me seems like the most appropriate. So just go ahead and press function or set to set that. And now I want to go over to the setup tab and you can either scroll all the way back up, scroll down to get to the record tab, and then move over using either the right or left navigation buttons, or you can just use the zoom lever. This is pretty neat. I just move the zoom lever over to the right, and I jump over to the setup tab. Now I want to go down. I don't want to mute all the sounds, but I do want to change my volume setting. I'll press set, change my volume, startup volume, and my operation volume. Press menu to go back to the main menu. And I just want to make you aware of the date and time setting. This is very, very important. To set the date and time, the camera will prompt you when you first turn it on to set the date and time. This helps any kind of image organizing application organize your pictures. So make sure that's set. And down below that is format. This is also very, very important. Every time you take the camera or the memory card out of the camera, or if you use the USB cable to download your pictures, go ahead and format the memory card once those pictures have been downloaded. Put the memory card back in the camera, come here to format, press set, go over to OK, and hit set to format. This is much better than erasing all the pictures or anything like that, because sometimes computers will leave erroneous files on the memory card which are not good, and Erase All will not be able to erase. So formatting is much healthier and better in the long run. Other than that, everything else is set up just fine. I just want you to make you aware of the bottom option, which is Reset All. This will reset all the functions back to their factory default. So in case you've changed something and don't know how to get back to it, just go in here to Reset All. Okay, press the menu button to escape the main menu. Now I'm going to go ahead and press the display button, and this will show me all my functions the way they're set up. I like this because I need to know this information before taking a picture. I like to know that my flash is turned off. I like to know that my ISO is set to auto, or actually I prefer not having it on auto. So what I would be doing in order to take a picture is, again, use the program mode, set the flash accordingly, depending on whether you want to use the flash or not. Just press the up navigation button right here, like this, to cycle through the different flash options. Just wait a second or hit set in order to set that option. My ISO is currently set to auto, and as I mentioned, I prefer not using auto, so I'm going to change that just by pressing the ISO button right here, and then press the left to right navigation button to choose. I'm going to go with 80 because that's going to produce the best and most clean image quality. And then I want to set also my white balance depending on what my light situation is. So as you saw before in the menu, I set up the print and transfer button to quickly access my white balance. So I'm going to go ahead and press that, and then press the left to right navigation button to choose the white balance. So I'm going to go with daylight because I'm assuming we're outdoors in the daylight. I'm going to press set to set that, and you can see up here, right now I can see that my white balance is set to daylight. After I've got everything set up, zoom in and compose the picture the way you want, and press the shutter button halfway in order to focus on your subject. This is very, very important. I'll show you how that's done. Usually if I'm taking a picture of a person, for example, I'm going to focus on their eyes. So I just press the button halfway. It seems like I'm a little bit close in this case. So what I want to do is press the macro button. So I'll just go ahead and go down and choose macro. This will allow me to focus on subjects that are closer than 2 feet. So now I should press the button halfway. I'm able to find a focus point. I can see my little green focusing square has now turned green and is supposed to yellow, which indicates that the camera has locked focus. So now I'm focused on the subject's eyes, and then I'll turn the camera. I keep my button pressed halfway, and I'll just recompose the image so it's properly composed, and then when I'm ready, I would press the button the rest of the way. If I would compose first and then take the picture, notice right now I'd be focusing on the person's arm or on the background if there are 2 people. And so I don't want to do that. I just want to focus on the person's eyes, and then press the button halfway to focus, and then recompose, and then take the picture. To find out much more about digital photography and your digital camera, go to lbguides.com.